Listen,
Never in my life associated the word boring with baseball.
we know what's up.
Me? Yeah. Famous? Yeah.
And I'm like giddy over there smiling like, we're about to win this shit.
Did everyone give you crap? Give me a good host story.
I'm not picking it up.
We both love the game.
We talk about it every day.
Get on baseball.
Having some popcorn, you're fooling around your phone.
I'd have to wait in line for 3 hours.
Hang on, because it's about to be a wild ride.
All right, there's no human being I'd rather be talking to right now than Rob Refsnyder. Or as it says, still on the Arizona Wildcats player page, Robert Refsnyder.
Yes. Some people can't fathom that I went by Robert until college, but yeah.
Did you go by Robert throughout high school?
Yes, I went by Robert. And then one of my first classes at Arizona, the teacher asked to introduce yourself, say your name, and I just said Rob for some reason. I have no idea why to this day. But so all my high school friends and buddies that I know still call me Robert. Parents call me Robert, and then everyone post high school calls me Rob for the most part.
So not to always bring it back to me, but I was in my town, everyone knows me as Robbie with Robbie with an IE. You're never a Robbie.
No, a little Bobby Dahlback calls me Robbie sometimes. That's about it.
You call yourself Bargain Bob, I know that. So right?
I don't call me that myself that.
All right. So I'm just going to ask you flat out. So 20 years from now, you look back at 2012 and you say, this is what I remember most about the College World Series. What do you got? What is there a moment? Maybe there's like a subtle moment that's not so obvious?
To this day, I don't think there's a moment in Omaha that I remember as much as just like the lead up to Omaha with your best buddies at the time. We're all in a very similar stage of life. As far as I know, no one was married, no kids, just single, just baseball's huge passion, and you're just working towards one similar goal, and to be able to experience that with your best buddies, and then actually when that's something I'll just always remember, because sometimes you do summer classes with them and you're just all at the same stage of life. So it was a blast, honestly.
When you go into that World Series, College World Series, what do you remember about how you guys felt? Because you're going up against, ultimately in the finals, you go up against the team that won it the year before, South Carolina, right? So how do you, and you had, I think you had like a 38 game streak of an on base streak. So you probably felt pretty good about yourself, but how do you feel going into the College World Series about your chances?
Yeah, we I don't have the best memory, but I remember the regional and the super regional went really well. We didn't we didn't lose. I don't really remember being behind too much. So we felt like we were going into the World Series pretty hot. But I mean, we were definitely not on anyone's radar in the terms of, South Carolina had won back-to-back years. I think I remember Florida was in it. Zunino was a huge name at the time. He was such a stud. So we were kind of just the West Coast team. I think UCLA was there. Tyler Heineman reminded me that he was a part of that team in there. So they were probably the best West Coast school there. We weren't really on anyone's radar, but we felt pretty good about it. We felt probably a little too arrogant, a little too cocky. Our coach Andy Lopez always put us in a great frame of mind. So, but we liked our chances, and we were kind of just like, shoot, no one thinks we're going to win, so let's go win it.
What? Well, and win it you did. So when you go, because we're all about giving advice to the young people. So now you have these young men who are getting ready for the finals, Texas A&M and Tennessee. As a former college World Series MVP, as someone who has gone through that and then actually come out on the other side as a victor, what advice heading into the final stage of this would you give these guys?
Shoot, just embrace the moment. This will be some of your best athletic moments, I'm sure, for a lot of these guys. Who knows who's gonna go on and play in the major league. So this might be it, baseball wise, for a lot of people. So just try to have a moment before the game where you all kind of just reflect on how you got there. Maybe think about your guys' future in baseball and realize this might be it. So just enjoy it. You guys have prepared all year, multiple years, with some of your best friends. So just go out, have fun, play hard. Mistakes will be made, but you're prepared, you're ready, and just lay it all out there and enjoy it. Just have fun. But yeah, that's kind of what I remember. A similar type of get together with some of the guys before we went out there for the first game, and then even when we played South Carolina, it was man, this is awesome. Look how much fun we're gonna have and how much fun we are having. And I mean, you're in front of a crowd that you've never seen before, that many people, and it's just a blast. So I mean, the city of Omaha does just a fantastic. The Olympic trials was going on at the same time, so the city itself was just it was amazing.
So you don't remember being tight at all. You actually, because you could say, hey, go have fun, but it's easy. A lot of times it's easier said than done, but you can genuinely remember saying, hey, listen, it was just a blast. It's a blast to be here. It's fun. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, I guess kind of similar to the Red Sox right now. Like, no one picked us to be, a playoff caliber team or a contender, or you read some of the articles in spring training and in the off season, and it's you get to play with a certain sense of like freedom, I guess. We felt the same way in Omaha. We were playing South Carolina, like I said. They had won back-to-back titles. There was no pressure on us to do anything. We were, kind of South Carolina's going for the three-peat against Arizona. It wasn't like, I don't think anyone really thought we were gonna probably win. So having that sense of freedom, I know was great for me and a lot of other guys. So it's like, all right, let's just go out and see, if we're as good as them.
It's the image of you holding the trophy. It's a good one. Congratulations. So
Yeah.
I don't need to tell you that. But I always love that the look on people's faces when they hold the trophy. I was just watching the Celtics parade, and it's the same sort of thing. It's hard to explain, but it's also, this is what you're chasing. And you mentioned the Red Sox now. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm being amateur psychologist, but having that moment, having the opportunity to have that moment where that feeling to hold that trophy. I mean, it's something probably that you want to do. This is one of the reasons, like, you chase it, right? Because that feeling.
Yeah, like I tell people sometimes, like, I'm like the addiction of setting a goal, like almost sometimes it feels like a little unattainable goal. In college baseball, to say you're going to go to Omaha and then win a World Series, yeah, it sounds great, but that's a almost unattainable goal. There's just so many teams, so many things have to go your way. You have to be healthy, blah blah blah. So to be able to like hold the trophy at the end and be like, oh, like, oh shit, we did it. Yeah, that's an addicting feeling, and I'm sure that the Celtics players are experiencing that right now in the sense of like they just did it, and then I'm sure half the team of more not half more than half was like, let's do it again. Like, how do we do it again? I'm sure those guys are already thinking about that, and I think that's just why the Boston Celtics were so excellent, and some of their best players are just incredible because they're probably already thinking about the next thing. And you hear a lot of the Boston great athletes, they all say very similar things, that they take like a couple days themselves, and then they're already formulating a plan to get their body where they want to be, their mind, and things like that. So yeah, I think athletes for the most part are just addicted to that feeling of being able to set a goal and then somehow get there and maybe sometimes exceed it.
The last two things, both together. Did it feel like, do you remember it feeling like you thought it would? I don't know if you won a little league or high school championship. I don't know, but this is another level because, like you said, in Omaha, it's a stage that you had never been before. And have you had that feeling since?
No, I haven't had that feeling. And honestly, that was before I signed with the Red Sox. That was I love watching postseason baseball, like I'm sure all your listeners do. And it's just it's a different, energy. And I think you can see it on the television, you can hear it on the radio. Just it's a different level, different atmosphere. So I know in 21 I was watching the Red Sox run, and I was like, man, that looks like a lot of fun. And I knew a couple of the guys, and that was the main factor why I signed in 22. Just chasing my first year in the major leagues. I got to the wild card, and it's just it's a very addicting feeling just playing playoff baseball, and you just want to get there. And so but that type of feeling like I had in Omaha, obviously professional baseball it's different, but I never experienced that in college, and it was a great feeling. So yeah.
All right, well, let's get it back. Let's go. All right, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.